Welcome, my beautiful souls. We are here today to talk about my perspective on the Great Conjunction, otherwise known as Saturn Jupiter, that is going to be coming exactly aligned, very close, next to each other in our beautiful heavens, in our skies, and what is otherwise known to be quite possibly the alignment that took place when the three wise men followed the star of Bethlehem in the night sky when our Christ Yeshua was born. And so it is late at night. I've already done one video today, but I am so stinking excited about this. My Sabian symbol book came as well, so I'm going to share the anaretic last degrees of Capricorn, where these two beautiful big planets are going to be aligned next to each other. And my dog decided to chew on her bone as I'm recording, so if you hear that in the background, that would be my girl. Gotta love our fur babies and friends. So back on point again, this alignment is super exciting. It's building up. Get out in this night sky and start looking to the heavens for this beautiful magical star of Bethlehem conjunction between the two biggest planets that we have in our solar system. Saturn, the great teacher, symbolic of the wise one within you, meaning the things, the hard lessons that you've overcame in this life. And I think with it being at those latter degrees in the end of 2020 going into 2021, as we all know, 2020's been batshit crazy. So this is definitely an energy of reflecting upon the past, on things that you've overcame, things that you've grown from, things that you have let go and gained wisdom, your shamanship, your wisdom. So Jupiter is a benefic. It is abundance. It's confidence. It is our belief in ourselves. So our spiritual belief in ourselves. And it's otherwise known as the planet of luck and expansion. So I'm excited about this. I don't know if y'all are. Yeshua is very dear to me. So when I started doing the history of this beautiful conjunction that has not happened this close in 800 years, that it'll start being visible from around the 16th, and it comes into this conjunction at the 21st. So this is also significant because it's happening on the winter solstice. Oh, there is so much energy that's building up to this right now. And so it can be visible in the night sky. So get out there and look. It's going to be big and bright and beautiful. Hopefully the skies, the weather holds out for all of us. And it will not come into this exact conjunction again until the year 2080. So this is big, guys, for our times. The tilt of the Earth, where the northern hemisphere goes into the winter solstice, and is also symbolic of the shortest daylight in the northern hemisphere and the longest night. So I feel a balance of this yin and yang energy really coming into fruition with the time of this great conjunction. Many astrologers out there that can give you more and more details. So this is just my perspective. I'm eager and loving my passion of learning astrology, so that's why I'm sharing it with everybody here today. And I'm thankful that you are here with me. I would like to share the end degrees of Capricorn and the beginning degrees of Aquarius. And the reason this is significant is after these two huge energetic planets come in this alignment, I believe Saturn will move into Aquarius and then Jupiter will follow. So it is definitely ending of one way, a beginning of a new way, planting a seed of going into what I think is personally, a kickoff to the age of Aquarius. I've heard one astrologer out of all of them I listen to that don't believe this is. The rest of them do, so I'm just going to go with my gut and my intuition. That's what I always do on my channel anyway. So thanks for giving me the opportunity to share my passion with you, and hopefully we all learn together. So the 29, 30 N degrees of Capricorn, and these are known as, like I said, the anaretic disease, I keep wanting to say disease, degrees of these endings and beginnings, and we are definitely in that, if we can't tell. So let me just read, and I will share with you too. The Sabian symbol book that I got was by Diane Roche. I've been waiting patiently for this book to come, and as I do this, I will just hold these two up if you got a glare. So we have the opportunity here to reflect upon what we've learned, what we've overcame, what we've put our hard work into, and that we can kind of see the fruits of our labor and allow us to expand as these two beautiful planets, what I am finding through my research, is also known as the Star of Bethlehem. So it's a fated energy, and so let's see where our fate carries us onward and forward. A secret business conference. Keyword is opportunity. So remind you that this is the Sabian symbols for the N degrees of Capricorn, and then I'm going to share the beginning degrees of Aquarius, because that's where these two planets are leading the path. So this is still in the higher energy of Capricorn, the latter degrees, so this means it will become the most intense. So I've said on the prior video, so I won't touch on it much here, but do not be surprised if we see some hierarchy from the government trying to either reveal things to us or withhold things from us. And don't be surprised at this latter part of December, which it's actually already happening in some states, of restricting people. So the symbol speaks to politics and to the determination of individuals to control the course of events and resolve important issues through political alliances. The image of the secret business conference, or behind the scenes meetings, alludes to power plays or an attempt to determine the outcome of some situation by quietly, cleverly manipulating the personal resources at hand. So, don't be surprised, because we've already been witnessing it, that there's shady shit going on in the government, and that there are things going on behind the scenes that none of us know about. Don't be surprised when we get towards this latter degrees of Capricorn, where this great revelations of Jupiter and Saturn coming together, that this Star of Bethlehem shines some light on the things that have been hidden. I feel like we're in Revelations, but not in a doom and gloom way, meaning the light is shining into the darkness, and when the light shines onto the darkness, there is no more darkness. Think about it. It's just my perspective. So the emphasis here is on psychological insight, a keen understanding of human behavior, and tactical maneuvering. On a positive side, at its highest, this symbol represents strategic planning and extraordinary administrative skills. On the negative side of these political meetings, negative abuse of power, hidden agendas, or taking unfair advantage of others. The ascent is on things going on behind the scenes. Secret or private alliances may be involved. The opportunity with this is your greatest advantage lies in keeping your plan to yourself until you're ready to put it into action. Line up support before you begin. The risk. Guard against placing your personal desires above the best interest of the group. Don't try to manipulate others to achieve your own ends. The stepping stones, so basically the learning process, whichever way this goes. Meeting, conference, consultation, association, alliances. So this is the stepping stones of this latter degrees of Capricorn. Discussions, forums, administration, politics, strategizing, planning, maneuvering, hidden agendas, power plays, and background. So pay attention to what is happening towards this last part of December, going into January, because I do believe, like I said, these two planets, otherwise known as the Star of Bethlehem, there's a light, there's a change in frequency of the planet. The things that are done in the political scene right now, I could go on for hours about that. Pay attention to this, replay what all of this symbolism is. And then going into the age of Aquarius, like I said on the video earlier I did today, it's like we got 1 foot in the past, one foot in the bridge. It feels like that's what we're in, is the bridge between leaving behind 2020 and all of the years of being hijacked of our consciousness and our beautiful ability to manifest as cosmic beings, right? And this is the energy of the beginning degrees of Aquarius. Saturn and Pluto, or Saturn and Jupiter, and then later on, 2024, don't quote me, Pluto will also move into the beginning degrees of Aquarius. An old, am I on the right mission? Keyword is durability. Age of Aquarius, self-sustainable, being innovative, getting together with the North Node in Gemini, small communities, bartering. Spiritual foundations. This is the beginning degrees of Aquarius. Excuse me, let me get a drink. This symbol speaks to a reassurance of substance, anchorage, durability. The image of an old adobe mission alludes to the ability of everything rooted in the spiritual to be spiritual and survive. In the 1800s, Spanish missionaries sprinkled the coast of California with missions in an attempt to establish religious roots as an adjunct to territorial expansion. These historic missions have survived to the present day. The emphasis in the symbol is as psychological as well as physical survival, and on the necessity for maintaining meaningful ties to the enduring values that sustain all men. Positive is at its highest. This symbol represents spiritual integrity, strength of character, and endurance. On the negative, so lower aspect of this, is apathy and an indifference or an inability to grasp the deeper meaning of things. The ascent is the sustenance. You may find it important to surround yourself with things or people that help you feel anchored and secure. So all of 2020 I've been talking about dismantling our foundations, going with soul family. A lot of us have had to shed people of the past, even our old belief systems, so that we can get in alignment, because the symbol of Aquarius is the water bear is the two lines, one on top of each other. It is understanding that we're all connected, but finding our individuality. It's about technology. It's about individuality and shining your unique expression, but also having an understanding within you that we're all connected. And so this is super important with these beginning degrees of Aquarius. Let me repeat this. You may find it important to surround yourself with things or people that help you feel anchored and secure. The opportunity here at the beginning degrees of Aquarius, your greatest advantage lies in giving time and attention to the relationships that are most important to you. Write that letter or make that call to someone who hasn't heard from you in a long time. So finding that connection. The risk here with the beginning degrees of Aquarius is to guard against getting over-involved in superficial and in consuming activities. Don't neglect the things and the people who really matter to you. So it does feel like a different energy, right? Let me go into the stepping stones before I go into that. Sorry. had to turn the page. Just got the book today, so the stepping stones. So basically, I'm assuming what she's meaning by that is, you know, our opportunities to grow and overcome. Reassurance, sustenance, certainty, endurance, stability, continuity, indestructibility, spiritual integrity, and incorruptibility, service, and hope. So you feel this whole energy with the last degrees of Capricorn of secret things going on, things being discussed in our government that the people don't know about. A lot of the energy of all of us starting to have this realization that, wait a minute, they are supposed to work for all of us and on this level playing ground. And whoa, hello, if it hasn't been revealed, there's been a lot of shady shit going on. A lot of the energy of do as I say, but what I do, in other words, the government is not, I'm not going to follow my own rules, basically. And so what we're really witnessing towards the end of December going into January is this, guys. There's things going on in the political agendas that we know nothing about. There are certain administrations that are in there right now that are revealing that. That's what's happening. And that person that's helping be the catalyst is the one that a lot of people who are sleeping are pointing the blame finger at. And so really pay attention to the gaslighting that's going on. Trust your intuition more than ever. Reflect upon with this the lessons that you've learned, the things that you've overcame, the things you've worked hard on. And this could be spiritualness. This could be healthy boundaries. This is the mountain goat, right? Saturn ruled Capricorn. It is going to the top of that mountain because of the hard work that you've done. This can be spiritual work. This can be emotional work. This can be physical work. So really using this time also with reflecting on the things, gaining the wisdom from the Saturn energy, right? Of being that overcomer, and then at the same time being free of the limitations that restricted you, to be very self-aware of your opportunity going into this great conjunction of, wow, I'm far more than what I thought I was. I'm feeling optimistic. You see this symbol here of just taking flight and allowing that expansion to really brew within you. Allow this lessons that you've learned, the things you've overcame in your life with the Saturn energy, to expand you and give you a courageous confidence of knowing none of us are perfect. But when you become self-realized and you wake up and you step out of the matrix, you go, whoa, I have overcame so much. I'm still overcoming so much, and I'm going to allow this energy to plummet me forward into this energy of new beginnings. Look to the heavens at the Star of Bethlehem. When I realized that's what it symbolically was, I was like, oh, I love Yeshua. I have to do this. And I believe I am getting my Zoom package this week. So there's a couple of us ladies that are going to start joining up. Don't be surprised if we come on and do group Zooms with cards and astrology and just, you know, letting everybody know how everybody's doing. I'm excited to get together with some beautiful divine feminines. And I will do one Yeshua card, I love him. Let it be the Christ consciousness awakening within you, and I feel that's what it symbolically means. You know, I could be wrong, but for me, the return of the Christ is Christ consciousness within us. We being examples of, once I am awakened, I'm awakened, and that's what I believe the Christ was here to teach us. I love the Ascended Master, the Christ. He is compassion. He is peace. And I do feel we have the opportunity to start being self-realized, accountable for our energy, and go forward in a more collective energy of peace. You know, like the Aquarian symbol of allowing your unique expression to really come through and to not be held back by these limited beliefs and restrictions. So I'm curious to know what this light shining upon the dark hidden corners into the government will reveal to us. I'm already very awake to a lot of it, but I won't be surprised if even more comes out. And then for other people, be ready, because I believe some people that have been sleepwalking this whole time are going to have the mind blown. So as light workers, be there for other people as much as possible. Don't take a lashing and a beating from them. Take therefore no thoughtful, I love this one. Hold on, I gotta get my glasses on. Take therefore no thought for tomorrow, for the tomorrow shall take thoughts for the things of itself. So in other words, don't worry about tomorrow. Stay in the presence. Look at how beautiful that is. Walking on the Sea of Galilee, I would imagine. Having no worries, having understanding that we're supported and divinely guided. All we have to do is get into our heart space, listen to our intuition, to our guidance, be purified, kind of be born again. Isn't that a beautiful image? I love it. I'm going to do another one now from my Ganesh. See what else is for us. I'm really going to enjoy this Sabian symbol book, so I will continue to share this with you guys as I am. Just received it in the mail today. I was excited about getting it. I've been waiting for it. The one I really truly want is like $200. So that will be an investment later, because I have to do a Zoom package and a new laptop for my passion, and my seed going forward is having divine roundtables via Zoom, face-to-face with people across the globe, to share experiences, to share what they've overcame and how they became self-realized. And just like the Aquarian Sabian symbol, getting in sync with individuals that just lift each other up. So I'm excited about that. I'm excited about leading that as well, because I am a rising Sagittarius. It's my passion. And so what else would we like to get? Too many. Courage, spiritual courage. The sun is in Sagittarius as I'm coming to you. Fire, courageous, being a spiritual warrior. And that means being true to you, having the courage to be you, staying in your integrity, as it also shared with the beginning degrees of Aquarius. Understanding that you are on a divine mission, and it could be just as much as being in your light, being true to you. What we all have to understand is that we all have gifts, that we're all unique, and how we can allow that courage to brew within us is really getting true with yourself. And let me see what else here. I would like to read from this. Let's see, where's my Ganesh? If you guys don't mind, let's see what else it has. Courage to me is any of the fire. And so being courageous in the flesh, ultimately at the end of the day, is my spiritual strength. And I believe we all have the opportunity to strengthen them muscles and understand that everything that happens in our lives, we have a say-so in. And all of us have been meant to be on a level playing field. We have been hijacked. It's time for us to hold that. It's time for us to be open to different perspectives so that we can have this courageous to speak our truth. Not meaning, you know, I have to get in arguments with people, but being authentically you and putting that vibe out there so you can get in harmony with other like-minded people. The root word for courage is cower, which is the French word for heart. Courage comes from the heart. It is an inner strength guided by love, which seeks truth and justice. Perfect. When you have the courage to be true to yourself, you start to feel empowered to act and live in ways true to your own soul without any illusion. Ganesha is urging you to let down your guard and stop wearing a mask. That is perfect. Ganesha is urging you to let down your guard and stop wearing a mask. Begin to have more respect for yourself as well as for others. When you come from the heart, you will find that you relate better to others. Amen to that. Your innate gift will be able to shine through. You are capable of leadership, achievement, inspiring others to succeed through your own success. When you draw this card, it is a sign that your ability to cooperate and thrive in pure ventures with like-minded individuals is heightened. I am on it. I'm on it. Amen. So, Ganesha promises great success if you're willing to let down your walls. He is pictured here on the powerful lion, inherited by his mother Parvati. The lion represents the fierce nature of Ganesha. He calls on you to trust the fearless part of your being. Your own inner lion invites you to work with him to learn how to be the valiant and harness your heart's courage. Find your passion, find your desires. Being able to be so comfortable with everything that you've overcame that it plummets you forward into this expansive energy, and it is always in the heart. That is why Yeshua is the truth, the way. Our heart is known. It's time to drop our mask. And I know for a lot of us, we're seeing what's happening. It's like this huge narcissistic ego that is gaslighting people who are in their truth, who are speaking their heart, being gaslit by others. It's really not our fight. If we just surrender to our heart, stay true to you. Our heart is known. The Star of Bethlehem is upon us. We have ancient wisdom within us. Allow it to give you courage and strength to speak out when you see things that are not in integrity. To have a courageousness within you, to be self-realized, I said this, I think it might have been in my earlier video, self-sustainable, meaning I know who I am, and now that I know who I am, I will speak my truth, my dark, my light, my crosses I've carried, and people who truly love me will get into the vibration of that and will start having unions with others. And that is really what it's about with the Aquarian energy. This is my perspective, my little love of what I have felt with the Saturn, Jupiter, Star of Bethlehem, great conjunction that is coming upon us. Utilize this time to really expand, learn from the things that we've all been through, and allow it to push us forward with great wisdom, with great love, with courageousness. Thanks for being here with me, and namaste. Much love.